Wow, this video's old. Welcome back to Collab developer commentary. In part 1 I was talking about the ideas and rationale behind my level, and I'm going to be talking about an event that happened during its development. So it was basically the end of 2021, and basically 4 things were happening at the same time between big competitions, small competitions, homebrew jams, and I wanted to submit to all of them because my work ethic sucks. And if you were there for the last video, you would know that there was another deadline happening in which I had to finish my level or be booted off the project. And how did that go? Well, enough people did not have their levels ready by the deadline that the organizer Cheeseman basically said, there is no more deadline, but you have to submit some weekly progress checks as a proof that you're actually working on it and not like dilly-dallying or playing around. And so basically that was it. Like 2 people actually made a level by the deadline. Everyone else was now on overtime, borrowed time. And I did have some acts in progress. This was part of my progress. I had the base for all 6 acts ready to go, a little bit of a tower going, some of the objects were in and programmed. I even had some level music ready. I had a loop I was going to put in some sort of one of these 4 ROM hacks or games, but I decided it's got a lot of layers on it that could be easily put in and out, so I could do that idea in my high-rise level for Collab. And here's what it sounds like in its early state. And then something happened. So basically, it's the end of 2021. I'm working on like 2 ROM hacks and my Collab level and some actual school assignments all at the same time when one day my computer just turned off and wouldn't boot into an operating system. So I had to go recover my data and reinstall, and that was fine until a week later it started happening again. And then I had to do the exact same stuff, and then it got so bad that it would basically turn off every single day. So I basically complained about this on Discord, talking about how I need to basically find a way to bring up my system in less than an hour, move my user account to an external drive, which did happen because recovering my data so many times I only had so much space, and I basically got the expected response from that because ROM hacker PCs suck. So going back and forth through a whole bunch of forums, a whole bunch of IRC chats, basically I found out that one of the sectors required to boot into an operating system on my SSD had basically failed. And so I would have to send it out to a service center. It wasn't my fault, but I basically lost a whole month of productivity even though I didn't lose a month's worth of data. And so the result of this is I would bring around my laptop everywhere with an external drive plugged in, which had my files on it, and I would have a script on there too so I could bring up a new operating system basically instantly whenever it was ready to go. This was all waiting for a chat with a service center to basically send it in. It was under warranty, so it was fine, but in the back of my mind I was kind of like, would I ever finish this level? Because I basically spent a whole month not doing that. I did learn some lessons, the most important of which was to keep backups. I did have backups, but I was running out of space really fast. So basically I had to adapt by not doing anything new so that the files I would lose would be the exact same as the files I already had. So anyway, here's what my level looked like in October before all this happened. And basically after losing a whole month of progress, I decided this was just not worth saving. So I decided just to start rebuilding, actually texturing it, changing the idea a little bit so that it's more of like a commentary on something where it would be like showboaty, lots of cool camera angles, just a fun place to be, essentially. And so I got to work on basically that. And in the next part, I'm actually going to be talking about the level, It might level development commentary. What a concept.